Representative, I'm sorry, Senator. He was representative for so long, now Senator. Steve Drazkowski, give him a hand.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Steve Drazkowski, I live in the little town of Mazeppa in southeast Minnesota. Represent Senate District 20 here. Senate District 20, there's 67 Senate districts in the Minnesota Senate. Reverend Christopher talked about the importance of God and the freedoms that he gave us. God gave us the freedoms that we have today. And our forefathers developed this thing called our Constitution. The Constitution that is intended to defend those freedoms that God gave us. And they were placed there, it was placed there for every one of us. And our role as a legislature is supposed to be to protect those freedoms enumerated in our Constitution, not to detract from them. In that Constitution, there's an amendment that says, the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. And there's a period after it. There's a period after it. That means there's no qualifiers. There's no this, but this, or if that. It says shall not be infringed. And ladies and gentlemen, we as a culture have infringed upon that hundreds of times in the state of Minnesota, hundreds of times in the United States of America in our laws. And we have them before us. And back to what Reverend Christopher said, the straw man that they keep bringing forward, the Socialist Party here in Minnesota keeps saying, well, it's the guns that are the problem. It's the gun owners that are the problem. No, it's not. The problem is crime. The problem is bad people versus good people. There is good and there is evil in this country and in this state. Until we remember that and we form our laws and enforce the laws properly around that, we will not solve the problem. Case in point. So the crime rate soared from 1960 to 1994. During that same period, roughly 1968 to 1994, many anti-gun provisions were passed in Minnesota and throughout our country, infringing upon our Constitution in the false straw man hope that they were going to stifle that crime. Ladies and gentlemen, what happened? Let's look back and find out what happened. In 1963, per 100,000 people, the homicide rate was 1.3. The robbery rate was 33.6. The aggravated assault rate was 17. In 2021, the most recent number we have available in its preciseness, the homicide rate is up to 3.5, a 269% increase. The robbery rate is at 69.9, a 208% increase over 1963. In the aggravated assault rate, ladies and gentlemen, 192.2, a 1,131% increase over 1963. These straw man, out in the middle of nowhere, false ideas that we're going to take away the liberties that our God gave us and our Constitution was put there to protect, that we're going to take those away and it's somehow going to fix the crime rate, is flat out false, wrong. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, it's time, as Reverend Christopher said, it's time for all of us to talk to our neighbors, to talk to our friends, to talk to people near and far, and let them know what is going on here. The Socialist Party in this state not only wants to take your guns, but they want to take many, many, many other freedoms as well. This is an anti-freedom party that is running our state right now.
I agree.
Two more things in closing. I want to thank Ron and Roberta Kurth, who are from my district. They brought up from the Rochester area 54 people here today. Thank you, Ron. Woo! The other thing is this. You guys, we have to focus on the two Senate districts, number 3 and number 4. Those are the two Senate districts. We need one flip in the Senate and our freedoms are protected. Just one. One and our freedoms are protected. So those districts, number 3, are Hermantown, up including Cook and Lake County, wrapping around the northern part of St. Louis County, all of Coochin County, and northern parts of Cass and Itasca County. That is a district. It's a big district. That person needs to represent their district. The Gun Owners Caucus has been doing a great job. They're piling a bunch of media in that district to let them know that their legislator, their Democrat legislature, is out of step with their citizenry. The other one is Moorhead, Clay County, in the western part of Becker County. Senator Kupak. Ladies and gentlemen, before you go today, cut a check or go online to the Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus. Give them $100 or $200. Help them have the resources they need to go up and continue this barrage that they're putting out there against the freedoms that are being robbed potentially by those two people, so that we can turn them around and bring them to our side to match the citizens and their beliefs in those two districts. Thank you for being here today.